Hello, my name's Marty. I'm here to talk to you about two poisonous plants that are common to the foothills of the American River Canyon. Let's start with the western buttercup, also known as Ranunculus occidentalis. This plant is a perennial, which means it lives more than 2 years. It'll bloom from March until July or August. It is a dicot, which means 2 cotyledons. The stem will grow from 6 inches to 2.5 feet tall. The basal leaves are 2 to 5 centimeters long by 2 to 8 centimeters wide. The stem leaves are few, lobed, and low to the ground. Its petals are more pointed and overlap less than other species of buttercup, and they will have 5 to 14 petals, which is less than other species of buttercup. Now, this plant is found from sea level up to 7,000 feet along western North America. Associated with wetlands, the western buttercup can also tolerate limited water. But what makes this plant poisonous? The stems and leaves of all ranunculus species contain glucoside ranunculin that breaks down into the toxin protoanemone when the leaves are damaged by crushing or chewing. While very dangerous for livestock, it will cause dermatitis and blister the mouth of humans. In regards to ethnobotany, the U.S. Department of Agriculture has stated, the western buttercup has been noted as an important species to tribes throughout its range. In northern California and southern Oregon, its blooms are said to mark the coming of summer salmon runs. Many tribes ground the seeds of the buttercup and mixed them with other seeds for flour, and the Aleut noted the juices of its blooms are poisonous. The western buttercup is also an early bloomer, which is beneficial for crops because its bright yellow flowers will attract early pollinators. Now on to the California Buckeye, also known as Aesculus californica. From the family Hippocastanaceae, this deciduous shrub tree grows to 12 meters high with broad and rounded foliage. It is one of the first to leaf out in spring and one of the first to shed its leaves in July. The leaves are palmately compound with 5 to 7 leaflets each. The leaflets are oblong, spear-like, and finely serrated. The blooms are arranged in a compound spike inflorescence. Each flower has 4 to 5 white, pale rose petals with 5 to 7 stamens. The Buckeye fruit is fig-like and said to look like the eye of a buck. This tree is found on dry slopes, canyons, the borders of streams below 1,700 meters, in northern and central California, the Cascade Range, Sierra Nevada foothills, Tehachapi Mountains, the Great Central Valley, and the southwestern Mojave Desert. Now, what makes this plant poisonous? To start with, the Buckeye flowers are poisonous to bees. Buckeye bees, as they're called, will hatch with deformed bodies and wings. And while Buckeye nuts closely resemble that of chestnuts, only squirrels will eat them. Though the nuts are safe to touch, they contain glucoside esculin. Consumption of this in high amounts causes lack of coordination, twitching, restlessness, depression, vomiting, diarrhea, muscle weakness, and occasionally paralysis, unconsciousness, or worse. In regards to ethnobotany, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, this tree had multiple cultural uses among California Native American tribes. Many indigenous groups utilized Buckeye seeds for food, often when other sources were scarce. These tribes included the Costanoan, Salinan, Kietinemuk, Serrano, Wapo, Sierra Miwok, Coast Miwok, Chumash, Kauai Sioux, and Northern Maidu, among others. The seeds are poisonous to humans in the raw state, so the nuts were cracked open with a rock, the shells removed, the seeds pounded into flour, and their toxic saponins were removed in a lengthy leaching process. The meal was subsequently cooked and eaten. There are many different methods for processing and cooking Buckeye seeds for food, depending upon the tribe. Many tribes mashed the nuts and used the poison for incapacitating and catching fish. Hopefully you've learned a lot about these two poisonous plants found in our area. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.